What's up, everybody? How you doing? Bobby Simmons is in the building. And as you can see, in the place to be, sitting directly next to me, ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and only Nayobe is in the building.
How you doing? Hi, everybody.
Yes, she is. She is in the building with me. And first, I'm going to say this real quick, and we're going to get to talking.
All right.
Nayobe, we was talking to each other on email. We talking. I said, Nayobe, why don't you come on up? She said, Bobby, I am there. Give me a couple of days, and I will give you a date, and I will be here. Mm-hmm. She's sitting in the chair right now, ladies and gentlemen, and I thank you so much.
No, thank you.
For taking the time to come up to hang out. We're going to talk.
Okay.
You ready to talk? You know why I say that? Because people say, I got some emails from people, and this is from fans.
Okay.
From fans, they say they rarely hear from you to talk, do interviews as much.
I know.
You kind of like what we was just talking about a few minutes ago about Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just a recluse person. Mm-hmm. So I have you here, so we're gonna hopefully get as much information we can out of you. So the people who
No, it's the truth.
See, Nayobe, we're gonna be laughing.
He said it. It's the truth.
I don't think we're gonna get this interview done if she keep laughing.
No. Okay.
No, it's okay. Look, you have fun. You have fun here. This is what this is all about. We're gonna have some fun. So you gonna hang with us for a minute?
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Nayobe is in the building. Don't disappear because the talk is about to begin. Don't move. Check it! Welcome back, everybody, to the show, and my special guest is in the building, Nayobe. I'm talking about the one and only. First of all, let me say this, that actually you're the first freestyle artist, on the legendary Fever Records.
Yes.
There was nobody prior to you.
No.
Well, except for some, we talking about freestyle. We're not talking about rap.
We're talking freestyle.
Talking
Yeah,
freestyle.
I love them to death. It was Sweet G,
right? Sweet G and Love Bug Starsky. Right,
yes.
right.
And then it was me.
Yeah, and it's free. But you're the first freestyle artist on Fever Records.
Yes.
And it's been a great journey for you. First of all, before we come all the way up and stuff, let's go back into your career on how you actually got involved into music. When did Nayobe knew that, you know what, I'm the one to be reckoned with as a singer?
Well, the truth of the matter is I've been singing since I was like 8-9 years old. Mm-hmm. I started in Brooklyn. I was living in Bushwick.
Oh, you from Brooklyn?
Yeah,
Brooklyn over here. Don't mess with us.
Yeah. And the one that I've just found this lady on Facebook. Mm-hmm. She was my Glee Club teacher when I was going from 4th to going into 5th grade. Mm-hmm. She just found me just the other day. I was so elated because she always used to say, she was the one that brought it to my parents' attention, saying, your daughter, she could sing. We need to do something with her. And that whole thing started from there, and it just opened up all kinds of, we used to be part of the Central Brooklyn Talent Search in Brooklyn. And we used to do stuff with, we did so much. I don't want to get into that whole thing, but I was already singing at that time. I just want to give a shout out to Miss Ashton. I love you, Miss Annie Ashton. I love you so, so much, and thank you for reaching out to me. We have a lot to catch up on.
That's beautiful.
Yes, I love her.
That's
I love her,
beautiful.
and also my other teacher from the 8th grade, Miss Pescador, another one.
You remember your teachers like that? Like
they reached out to me. I don't want to start crying because when I saw that, I was like, and it brought me back. We're talking about, I'm going to be 51 December December 18th, and you're taking me back to the time that I was 9 years old.
Right.
I said, oh man, this is like crazy. And it was just wonderful. So now I'm jogging, going through how one thing started, it went to something else. I was doing stuff for Shirley Chisholm. I used to sing for her.
Wow.
I did stuff with
Hold on a
Mayor
second.
Dinkins.
Some people don't even know who Shirley Chisholm is. People don't even know,
I know
that
they
Shirley
don't.
Chisholm was the first black woman to run
Absolutely.
for president. People
Yes.
need, wow, that's a story to have.
Yes.
Continue. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Continue.
No. So I did all that stuff before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my father was always taking me around, and my mom, or whatever the case may be, and my stepmom. And then we started getting into like a thing where Atlantic Records wanted to sign me. That's when Stacey Lattisaw came out.
Right.
So I could tell they wanted to do like this kind of competition type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Stacey Lattisaw already came out with "Let Me Be Your Angel," so they wanted to get me. My father was totally adamant about it. He did not want that. He felt if I did go into that whole realm that I wasn't going to finish school.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay,
so
I see what you're saying now.
It didn't happen. And I
Right.
remember we were right there. We went to the studios. We saw everything, Stephanie Mills, the whole night. And I was like, oh, my God, this is crazy. And my father, you could just see it in his face. He was like, I want to do this for you. But he was like, no. And he's just that type of a person. And it didn't happen.
Right. Now did at that particular time, did it make you feel like you were angry at your father because of the fact that this was a moment for you that, look, Pop, I need to take this. This is something that can,
Well, honestly speaking, Bobby, at that time I was way too young. I was only like 11, 12. You know what I'm trying to say? And so I'm going to listen to him. He knows best for me. I was just a skinny little thing, that I was just singing in school, and things were just spiraling. It was just picking up. This one was recognizing this one and this one. And before you knew it, I think it was overwhelming for him, and he got scared.
Right, okay.
And he was like, no, just my little skinny little thing. I mean, I was, it's not like the girls now, they're all overly developed and stuff like that. I was a skinny little thing. I looked like a noodle. And I could tell he was extremely overprotective or whatever, and we just didn't do it. But it stayed with me, not regret, but it stayed with me. The idea of I knew I wanted to sing,
right?
And I just had a drive that no one knew about. I know I have what you call like an old soul. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
at a young age.
At a young age, and I was already going. I was doing whatever, even like always on the down low, because if my father would have found out,
of course we all did.
We would got a beat down. So so it was just one of those things. And before you know it, I ended up leaving Brooklyn. I was living over there with my stepmom and my father for a minute, and then in Brooklyn, we used to live over there, 43 East 52nd, between Winthrop and Rutland.
Yes.
Okay,
that's the Flatbush.
That's my school over there, PS 268.
I can't believe Nayobe Rebel was.
Yes, and I was over there in Winthrop for like I think half a year, and then before you know it, I was shipped over to Music and Art High School. Then I went over there.
Yes.
So then I moved to no, not yet. I ended up going to living back with my mom in the Bronx.
Okay.
Now we start talking about how I really got discovered. Okay, do we have enough time?
Oh no, go ahead. This is your floor. Because I was coming to that anyway. Like how did your connection begin? Now you already segued us going into the Bronx to now making your connection to the hip hop community.
Yes,
because that's pretty much where all this has come from.
Yes,
hip hop community up in the Bronx, the breakdancing and stuff.
Yes.
How did you find your connection to all that?
Well, what happened was after I left, because there was a lot of friction, unfortunately. My father was saying one thing, my mother was saying something else, whatever, and I just knew with my father I wasn't going to be able to do certain things that I wanted to do. I feel that he was right in a lot of sense, but I already knew there nothing was going to happen. He was extremely, and he's a militant. He was extremely overprotective. So I went with my mom. Okay, so I'm not trying to say I could take advantage with my mom, but I could. So I went with my mom. So now it just so happens I started in Winthrop but left. So now I'm doing 8th grade in Holy Spirit school in the Bronx on Burnside.
Oh my goodness.
Okay?
Burnside Ave. For those who don't know Burnside.
Yes, so now I'm there.
Up that hill.
Yes, so now I'm there. So we did the whole Catholic school thing for just 1 year. My teacher was Miss Ellie Pescador, that I found her also.
I can't believe Naomi's doing all her teachers.
And I was, and what happened was this, and I'm going to really mess you up. If I mean, maybe not. But
No,
it just is. It's something for me. When we were graduating. This was the summer. Okay, we graduated.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, her name was Tanya Dorsett. Okay, Tanya Dorsett happened to be. She loved when I sang because I was already singing in that school too. Here and there, whatever. Any opportunity, she would make me sing. She used to make me sick because she was like, "Hey, we going? You gotta sing. You gotta sing." I was like, "I'm not going to sing. Will you shut up, please?" I used to sing this up by what's that song? As We Lay.
Shirley Murdoch, right?
Shirley Murdoch. Now those songs and Stephanie Mills or whatever. Who you want to do with my love? Whatever. Okay. No. So she said, "Nay, I'm telling you, you gotta do something with your voice, this and that." I was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm young though. Damn, I'm like, come on." And she's like, "No, listen. I know. I don't know, but my uncle. His name is Mandingo.
Okay.
Okay, and he works at Disco Fever. He's the real big dude." And I said, "Well, I don't know who that is."
He's in the movie too, right?
The big one with that he tells the fat boys to get out.
I know
exactly.
Yes.
Go ahead. So she's telling me, "Nate, I'm telling you, you gotta Okay, so she apparently talked to her uncle. The uncle talks to Sal. And I didn't know who Sal was. I didn't know anything. Me and my little bold skinny butt, I ended up going down there. It was a summer. I was with my cousin. I remember my cousin Cookie. It was a fever. So, because I used to live right at 173rd and McCombs.
Okay.
Where the roller rink was right around the corner. Okay? Okay, so now I'm going. Well, not yet. The roller rink wasn't there yet. Okay. So now I'm going to 167. All right, and I'm saying to myself, I remember I was going with my cousin, and I'm like, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, and this and that, whatever the case may be. I was like, what the hell am I asking? Okay, fine. And, and I know people probably saying, how the hell, what you doing at, 14, going to, we were just, it's not like the things then, it's not like now.
No, it's not like now, yeah.
It's not. Like now, you just can't even do that. But anyway, to make a long story short, yes, I took my butt to 167 and went upstairs. I had no idea because when I used to talk to Sal on the phone, "Hi, I'm going to meet you, this and that. Maybe interesting." Okay, fine. He sounded black because, Sal has that kind of voice. So I'm thinking I'm going to see this, a black man, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, where is it? Yeah. So all of a sudden, I go upstairs and I see Paulette Cunningham, which was the secretary at the time. But a shout out to Paulette Cunningham. Love you to death, baby. So we go upstairs. I go upstairs. I went by myself. My cousin just escorted me there, but then she left. So I go upstairs, and he apparently was setting up the bars, getting it hooked up for that night.
Right.
So he had on a red Fever shirt and these little shorts, those little cut-off shorts and stuff like that. Not cut-off shorts, those type of shorts we used to wear back in the day.
Shorts.
Exactly. So, and I'm looking at this man, and I'm thinking he works for this person that I'm supposed to go see. And he's just no, just sit down. Don't worry. Be with you in a second. I didn't catch on. So after he finished, he says, and I'm going, damn, he sure sounds like the guy that all of a sudden he goes, okay, so tell me, let's talk. So your name is Nayobe. And I go, yeah, where is Sal? He goes, I'm Sal. I'm like, oh my goodness. So before you knew it, it just went from there. He always had it was weird because we just had a connection, and he was funny. How do you explain when you hook up with somebody, there was a connection, even though I was 14, he was 29.
Right.
Okay? And before you knew it, we just blended. He understood me. I understood him. It was the most weirdest thing. He was like, well, I'm going to have to try you out, sing to see if you really got what it takes. Like, he was trying to be nice about it. He was like, I got to try you out to see if, if this is something I could invest in. So all of a sudden now, they always had the Disco Fever talent shows.
Talent show, right.
So he was like, well, we're going to do this. So he came up with the most weirdest setup of songs. Who the hell sings Love is a Battlefield?
I know.
Okay? Love is a Battlefield. I started out with Love is a Battlefield. Then all of a sudden I start doing Memories, The Way We Were by Barbra Streisand.
Barbra Streisand.
Okay?
Wow.
We're talking Disco Fever. Do you know what Disco Fever is? Okay, yeah. So anyway, so then we killed them with somebody else's guy.
Oh, the Jocelyn Brown song.
Jocelyn Brown.
Right.
When I did that, the acapella, and then the music came, boom, do the boom. The people fell out.
Wow.
Okay.
I wish that was the moment I would have seen.
The people fell out, and and at that time, by this time, I met Curtis Blow, I met Russell, I met Starsky, Sweet, everybody possible, people that I wouldn't even know. I got to know while hanging with these people, and I won 10 consecutive times. It was never like a setup. I had to win over the crowd.
Right.
The Disco Fever crowd was considered like the Apollo. They would boo you in a minute.
Yep.
And you're doing it and whatever, and I won 10 consecutive times, and that's how I got the contract.
Well, here's the interesting story. Excuse me. Now I want to segue into this. Because once you won the contract and Sal signed you, the thing is that I'm going to ask you this, but I'm also going to segue into this kind of question. Like you sing the Jocelyn Brown song. You just said a few minutes ago how much you love the Stephanie Mills songs, and when Stacey Lattisaw was doing a thing, you was like, yo, I need to get to that. What made Sal, though I kind of know, but what made you decide that freestyle was going to be like your stigma style of music instead of going more into the R&B field?
Okay, let me explain this. There was no such thing as freestyle.
No, of course. We're going to get to that in a minute.
No.
We're gonna get to that.
So I'm just basically saying there was no such thing as freestyle.
Right.
What happened was, at that time, what Sal did to keep me in the movement, they used to have like a medley that it was Sweet G. I would sing with Sweet G, Don't Look Any Further, with him. And then I already did backgrounds for You Gotta Believe for Starsky.
Right.
Okay, You Gotta Believe. I did that. So, and then Jiggalette was doing her thing, whatever the case. And then MC Chill came up later on. All right, fine. So we were doing these events, so all over the place for the United Negro College Fund, the parks, rebuilding the parks, this and that, all over the tri-state area. Okay, so what happened was we did one particular IDRC party for Eddie Rivera. Okay, we already know who that is.
Yep.
Rest in peace. That man did a beautiful man. So what happened was we were doing a party. We did a one of those outdoor events, block parties, and he was there. We were there, whatever the case may be. And what happened was, here comes Andy Panda.
Oh my goodness!
Andy Panda was part of IDRC. So what happened, and we're gonna be real clear how this took place. So here comes Andy. And he comes over to me, Sal's all over the place, this artist, because remember, it's all of us that were there.
Right.
All of us. Okay. So he comes over to me real quick and he says, listen, not for nothing, I DJ this and that, I produce, and come to find out he was very good friends with Little Louis Vega also as well. Okay, so he was like, I have something called, he had the cassette. He was like, I have this song called Please Don't Go. I think you would be perfect for it. And I go, okay. Whatever. So I go, now I'm like, Sal, where's Sal? Sal comes over. I said, Sal, meet up, this and this, whatever. He's like, oh, okay, all right, no problem. All right. Typical. Everybody's going to hand you out. Nobody was really paying attention to anything at that time, but we did take the cassette.
Right.
Okay, so fine. One thing led to another. That's destiny. You already know. We did end up listening to it and whatever the case may be. Sal wasn't really feeling it. He was not, because at that time, it was R&B. We're talking, it was more Luther. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So it was just different because this had a Latin beat, and it was different. Fine. So now, by this time, I'm already hooked up, going with, meeting with the people from Sutra Records, Artcast, because I was already doing now shows also with Fat Boys.
Right.
Also doing stuff just to keep me out there, to keep me, getting used to this whole field. So, but when he gave us the tape, and I remember we went with Artcast, and he says to me, do you like this record? And I said, yes, I do. And he was like, are you sure? Sal's going, are you sure? I said, yes, because remember, they were used to the music that was at that moment. This was more, so they're like, you sure? I said, of course, I'm Latin, I'm Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
My mother and father are Cuban. I said, I could relate to it. I could mess with that without being,
Right, I know.
graphic.
Okay.
So I said, I can mess with that. So he goes, okay, and sure enough, that's how it started. And before you knew it,
Okay, because it's interesting because now that we done open up the elevator, I'm pressing the floor now, so we going to the third floor. Let's go to the third floor here, because as you know, and let's take the elephant out the room, because the elephant is in the room, and I want the elephant out the room.
okay.
Because a lot of people, one of the things that's been going on, and I'm also going to talk to you because I'm a music historian myself. One of the big things that's going on in the whole community of this freestyle, because even Lisa said herself. Lisa said, I never consider myself a freestyle artist. And I always told people that I used to argue with. I said, first of all, there's nothing freestyle about head to toe. There's nothing freestyle about Lost in Emotion.
No.
Full Force was an R&B act that produced R&B.
And they were huge.
Right.
Huge.
Right. So so even Lisa, when she was here, she was like, listen, I've never considered myself that. The thing is that what people, you got a lot of artists, we know the history. Mm-hmm. And even those around that know the history as well.
They know.
And everyone seems to wants to hold the crown of I'm the such and such a freestyle because it started. My thing is that I always go like when you go to court.
I like him. I like this.
If you go to court and you have documentation,
he's making it so easy for me.
If you have documentation of something that was done before you, how you are the original? Doesn't work that way. If you go to court and someone brings documentation and said, well, I made this gadget in 1984, but you made yours in 1987. How you are the originator of this gadget? Your opinion. How do you feel about everybody in the freestyle? I would have to say female artists because they all crown themselves queen of freestyle.
Well, honestly, there's certain other people that started that whole thing. For me personally, my thing is all I want to do is sing.
Right.
Okay? I didn't do this to try to be a queen or come on, give me a break, because it starts this whole rivalry thing with other artists and stuff like that, and people start, it's really nonsense. It's nonsense, and it's something that I don't think should have ever taken place. But if you want to go back to certain people, okay, so let's do the history then. Because there's other people also that have done stuff at the same time that I was too. So they feel, but like let's say like back in Miami or whatever, shout out to my girl Trinier. She's big too. They consider her the queen of freestyle, especially Brazil. You can't even mess with her over there. You understand? So now they gave me this title, the godmother of freestyle. Okay? I'm like, all right, no problem. So right now they're saying Judy Torres is the queen of freestyle, whatever. I feel like this. My thing is, this is an artist that stayed more relevant in the game.
Right.
You understand? And she's great. She's a hustler. She's out there. She's there. She's there.
Look, we all friends.
We're all friends. Where myself, I took hiatus. Things just didn't, because the truth of the matter is, I wanted to do R&B.
Right.
That really was me. None of my songs sound like the other songs.
Right.
I had a lot of Latin percussion, whatever the case may be. Before you knew it blew up in Florida. It outdid in sales.
Record sales.
The record sales, Madonna and also Whitney Houston, just in Florida alone. Please don't go. Then we did it in Spanish. They asked me, Lenny, why don't you write it in Spanish? Did it in Spanish. It did more than Please Don't Go in English.
Right.
And we're like saying, well, damn, this is funny. We're just doing whatever. And then here comes Brenda. Brenda was already out, but also she was not freestyle.
Right.
Brenda was more like a pop. She was pop, and she gave that look like like the Molly Ringwald, with the red hair, whatever the case may be. I mean, we all knew Alicia. Debbie Gibson. We're talking about, I could take you back to like going down south. I'm saying, how the hell did Please Don't Go get over here? We're talking about St. Louis and stuff like that. I'm there messing with Deatra Hicks. All these, I'm talking about, what? And
can I say something to you?
Yeah.
You still got your Brooklyn in you. You see how shit? You still got your Brooklyn in you like, yo, what? Let me tell you something. I go back to North Carolina on you, fam. What you talking about?
I'm sorry. It's just
It's
that.
okay. Did I say have fun? Be you.
Yeah.
Be you, Nayo.
I know.
Because continue,
You know,
though.
so the point is that this whole king and queen thing, I mean, everybody has their preference.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Because that's pretty much what it is.
That's really
what
it is. And I just don't like that whole rivalry thing.
Right.
You know, you giving certain props to this one, then if you don't get props, you start feeling some kind of way. And that's what I think social media wants to hear. They wanna thrive on that. Listen, social media is a great tool to get out there, but social media will also destroy you.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful what you do. And I'm not in this game. I'm gonna be 51 years old. I ain't here for no foolishness.
Right, there you go.
Okay, I'm doing one of Bernie Mac. I ain't here for no foolishness.
It is.
You hear me? Don't play with me now. Don't play with me now. I'm just trying to sing. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
There you go.
Leave me alone. So, you know, people have their preference. They love Judy Torres. You got people that they love me. You got people they love Trinier. I say I don't care, and I'm saying it. They say I'm the godmother of freestyle. Guess what? So I'm going to take my crown. I'm going to give it to Judy. You know why? Because the truth of the matter is she's a hustler. She's been doing it more than I do. But that don't mean I'm left anywhere. I'm coming back.
No.
This is a woman that I could honestly say I love. She gave me props in her Broadway play.
Right.
You know, talking about me. And when I did that, I was just in tears. I just didn't even know what to do because I'm going to be honest with you. You and I both know divas in this game, they do not give you props. Everybody wants to be number one.
Right.
This woman took her platform and put me out there.
Right.
Nobody does that.
But I will say this, though, Nayobe. I mean, all of that, what you're saying, because she was getting ready to get broke. You got a gun on you or something like that? But she up in here. Like, yo, I'm here from Brownsville, so I kind of know when it's coming.
No. I'm just saying, I want to keep it real.
No, I got you. But what I want, but look, everything you're saying is definitely fact. So like I said, I look at the documentation of it. And I want to go back quickly because I want to also get out of that and come into things what you're doing now and what you got coming up as well. I want to go back into the documentation of it because I'm also a DJ who comes from that era as well.
You're right. Yeah,
and I will say, again, because you mentioned about the whole land thing, but I will say one thing, though, that I will co-sign. I've been co-signing this for all years. I said between C-Bank and Shannon, they had that sound with the Latin percussion sound that crossed over pop.
That's what. See, because what happened was freestyle was never able to be given that kind of forum.
That's what I'm saying.
Freestyle stayed because we were like the low class
type
music. Everybody else was doing huge. They're getting this and that or whatever. We stood just right here.
Right. And that's why I always make the point to people
That's why.
But that's what I always say to people, and I'm sticking with that because of the fact the first art actually even be stamped as a freestyle artist.
Yes.
Coming out on the Fever label as well. But again, it's like we go back to hip hop music. We all know that James Brown was the foundation of what we had to build on.
That's right.
We can't say that we doing this and James Brown gave us space to do it all. And I always tell people, if you know the music very well, always go back to things that was documented and go, wow, well, we see where Panda and them all got their inspiration from. We're not saying that, because remember, it wasn't titled freestyle when C-Bank was doing One More Shot and Shannon was doing Let the Music Play. They just took the combination of hip-hop, R&B, funk, dance, and pop music blended all together. And who knew that it was going to go way over there?
And they did.
Not so much way over there to be a platinum record, but to even be nominated for a Grammy.
Absolutely.
So we're looking at it going, well, wow. So we know it spearheaded that. You know what I'm saying? But then everybody all of a sudden wanted to, well, I'm taking the, it's like, look, stop it. 1982, 83, you were still in high school. I go by documentations. 1984, you was just about getting ready to graduate maybe the next year. I go by documentation. So I always tell people, if we're in court and I'm fighting a case, I'm just going to bring up documentation.
No, you're absolutely right. And now, if we go according to that,
right,
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, other than that, people, I definitely don't want to see. That's why I said this is not the kind of, show to get people. I like to talk to people. For people, you state your facts. You lay it down. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody can't tell you your story. I need you here again, too, because of the fact you got mad stories, like just about your, because I want to kind of bring you up faster and quicker too, and just have you come back again. Let's Let's get out of that because we
Okay.
already answered it. The answer to that is already answered.
Okay.
It's answered already, y'all. Everybody back up. Because Nayobe got more to tell me real quick. Tell us what's going. First of all, there's a lot that you got to tell us. We only got still a little bit more time. You also done film. You was also in the movie Crush Groove, where you sang your hit song "Please Don't Go."
Yeah, I came out right after, right before LL Cool J.
Right.
That I'm
Please
singing
don't.
for
Yeah.
Run DMC
Yep.
and
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
yes, and Ruben. We're there. Okay, so
and that
we
was a
did
good
that.
platform to move that record too.
Yeah, but it's funny because you know what's so funny about that? You know what's real funny about that?
What's that?
You know, at that time, the person that was supposed to be Sheila E.'s girlfriend.
All right,
in
Blair
that
Underwood.
piece, yeah, no.
Not Blair,
The girl
Oh.
that was next to her, I don't know who that was. That was supposed
Oh, right.
yeah, that was me. That was supposed to be mine.
Really?
And they said, without having to say, they basically said it couldn't be mine because a certain other artist would not do the movie.
Shit. What?
That came out on Right On magazine. Remember Right On magazine?
Hold on a second, Rick. Come here. Sheila, you know I'm calling you now. Let me find out you got some problems with my homegirl. You know, Sheila's one of my...
I don't know if it was her. But it was
Well,
sad.
if Sheila wasn't going to do
Yeah, and it was a big...
Unless they mean the girl wasn't going to do the movie, because then we don't care.
I don't know who it was.
Okay, I ain't gonna start
no
nothing.
names.
We
All I'm saying is that took place, and I remember it came out on Right On magazine, The Downfall, this and that, whatever. And it was funny because everybody, the producers, Blair, everybody, they were like, we feel so sorry. So what happened was to try to please Sal, because even Sal, I could just imagine what really took place, but just wasn't trying to tell me.
Right.
They said, we're going to give her a cameo just for her, like to try to make it up.
Right.
Okay? All right. And then that's when they gave me, and that was the first freestyle song that was ever on a hip-hop movie.
Right, the hip-hop
And
movie,
it was-
exactly.
And they gave me that.
Exactly, and that was a great pedestal too. And, well, you see what it done for the record.
Yeah.
You know, as well, so that was perfect. I mean, I need you here again and more. Please, real quick, tell us exactly what you got coming up and what you're involved with right now in this present day.
Well, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I was in how you call the hiatus. And
Yeah, and I got her back. Well, I ain't
and
get her
like
back,
that,
but
you know,
she's here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like you said, I had to think long and hard what I wanted to do. And I know I want to sing. I still got what it takes.
Right.
You know that.
I know because we did the Lehman show with you.
Yeah, it ain't never go nowhere. I did 2 Spanish albums. I did
You
all
also signed to
kinds
Sony too afterwards.
I did the Sony.
Yep.
Yes, I did that. I also did with Platano Records. I was also with WTG Records. We did a song on the soundtrack of Twins.
Yeah, exactly.
I did a song with Teddy Riley. I've done so many things that it's not even funny. We also did the movie. I was Salma Hayek's voiceover.
Oh, I didn't know that, really?
Yes, for the Tonight is the Night I Fly, the
Right,
Studio
right.
54, when
Okay.
she's singing. That's
Yeah.
not her, that's really me.
Wow.
There's a lot of things that I did do that people just don't know.
Don't know.
You know, so right now, being that I was in hiding, well, I'm not in hiding anymore.
There is. She's up. She
So
popped up.
I'm here, and
She
you
popped
know,
up on a
I
Cuban
just-
style. She's like, let me tell y'all something, because I'll take y'all back to North Carolina. That's Brooklyn and Cuban all mixed up in one, yo.
I'm gonna be honest. Yo. Thank you for saying that. Oh my God, you're so funny. We cannot hang out. The truth of the matter is, Rick. Yeah, you see this, right? I know he's cracking up too. I love him. All I know is, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, and I always say I'm the originator, not the imitator.
There you go.
That's it. And anybody, we could do this. You know, I love everybody that's in the game, though.
Right.
Everybody has something to offer the
And
freestyle.
contribute, yes.
There's a piece of the pie for everybody.
It is, for everybody.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I want to give, mad shout out to, Sala Pichello Fever for, giving me the opportunity to do whatever it is that I had to do.
Right.
Because I knew if it wasn't him, it was going to be somebody else.
Somebody
Ain't no
else,
doubt. It
exactly.
just so happens,
He was the one.
He got lucky.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I didn't get lucky. You got lucky. Right? You got lucky. So we did this, and we did good, and we had fun doing it. And from here on in, I figured, I had a conversation real quickly with Judy Torres, and we were talking. She says, Nate, back in the day, everybody did what they wanted to do with us. But now from here, from these next 10 years, from 50, now we're 50. These next 10 years, we do what we want to do.
Exactly.
And she said, you need help, you need anything, I'm here for you. And I said, and And I ain't never gonna forget that, because you know what I'm talking about. Divas, yo, the guys sometimes are even worse divas than the girls.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
You know,
yeah,
they
yeah.
all want to eat that all
Yeah.
by themselves.
Yeah, they got
like
their pink
gremlins.
pants
Yeah,
on.
they look like gremlins. You know, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When she told me that, I just looked at her and I said, "Thank you."
Good.
She could have been lying, and guess
Right.
what?
It don't
She
even
sold
matter.
me.
It don't even matter.
If she was lying,
Yeah.
she sold me. I was
Yeah.
already like, you know what? I got your back no matter what. And as far as everybody else, I'm just at a place where I just want to do what I got to do. I just want to sing. I love me my R&B. I don't know if my
Yes, are you going to do that? Are you going to get into R&B?
Well,
like?
hopefully
you think
when
your fans
they
going to
hear-
turn on you if
well,
you do that?
no.
Yeah, I don't think so neither.
No, because
a voice can sell people.
Yes, as far when you're on a mic, like somebody told me, the mic is yours.
That's
You can
right.
do whatever it is you want to do. Well, guess what? I'm gonna do some R&B. I might even do some freestyle. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm here, and you're gonna hear from me real soon. That I will tell you.
Well, you know
I am
some-
not going nowhere. And they call me the godmother of freestyle. Okay, so fine.
There you go. Wear the crown. No, anybody tell you to take it off, wear the
Well,
crown.
let me tell you something. I just want to give also a shout out to Frankie Cutlass. He was also watching. He did something so nice for me just Monday.
Okay. Big
You
shout out
know-
to Frankie Cutlass, too.
Yeah, big shout out. He was like, I want to. He has this whole thing also as far as documentation.
Right,
and,
right.
And he was like, and I was telling him like, "Look, please don't start no, whatever." He was like, "Nah, Nate, you're gonna be reborn tonight." He said, "You are the queen. You are the queen." And I'm saying to myself, "Oh my God, here we go with this again." And then he comes up with these flowers. Now, of course, I'm hysterical crying or whatever the case may be, because I'm like, "Oh, you me okay, all right, fine." But it was funny because you could see all the posts. It went from 7,000 to now it's like 90,000. Posts, and all these people just hitting up and whatever. And I said to myself, damn, I know it's been 40 years. It's going 40 years. And I said, I really was away for such a long time. And people know about you. But if you don't stay out there, they ain't going to know. And I realized I made that mistake myself and other people, too. I'm not going to talk. There's politics there, but it's all good, because I'm here living and breathing, and I'm going to take back what's mine.
There you go. You get out there, you do it. Well, I'm a supporter. I've always been a supporter. I'm happy to see you. I'm glad you took the time to come here. I usually do my interviews where, I don't do set up lists with papers and questions. We just talk. And I don't have nothing to say to Nayobe. I'm just sitting there just listening because you have such a rich cultural story of your life in music. And I saw Judy's play as well. I see you doing the same thing, whether it's through play or through movies.
Somebody told me that.
Yeah, I think this is beautiful. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to take advantage of you right now. Nayobe, could you please come back again real soon? Because there's some other things I need to talk to you about. So I'm doing it on camera so we can get you documented.
Yes, okay.
Get him saying yeah.
Yes, I definitely will come back. You have made this extremely pleasurable. I start stuttering. I am not stuttering. That means this is meant to be. This is
That's
destiny.
right.
Real quick, I
Go
want to
ahead.
give a shout out to my man Eric and 138th and Willis, Lynch Mob.
Oh, see, I'm telling y'all.
And his girlfriend Vanessa. I just want just people that are in your corner that want you to do well.
Yeah.
I would honestly say thank you so much because you don't find that every day.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? We're from the hood, and
You've already proven a lot of things already, so you don't have to prove anymore. All you have to do now is just do what you've already done.
yes,
That's just it. People try to make it sound complicated. It's not complicated. It's already documented. I did this already. Well, you did movies? Here, look at this movie. That's me singing Please Don't Go. I did this already. So it's done. All you have to do is just say, okay, time to get up, strap up the boots. I'm doing this again. That's all it is. Don't cry. Don't cry. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, do we have tissue, Rick? We got to get a tissue or something. When we don't got tissues, we got paper.
give it to me.
We not the Arsenio Hall show. We got paper towel.
It's so, I can't. We cannot hang out. Oh my God, I can't.
When you get those moments, like the Oprah moment, open them, they got the beautiful box of tissue. We got this. But I love you, Nayobe.
Thank you so much, and I'm sorry I'm crying.
I'm crying too. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Yo, my stomach is killing me right now. Get this Brooklyn girl out of this studio.
Oh God. Representing the Boogie Down Bronx before they get upset. Bronx.
Hey, look, yeah, we can represent Boogie now.
Bronx,
but
New
that's
Jersey, Strong Island,
listen,
New Jersey.
Listen. But that's that
Queens.
That's that Brooklyn. That's that Brooklyn. You know how we snap. That's that Brooklyn snap.
Wait, listen, I was born in Brookdale Hospital. My first house was 802 Saratoga Avenue. You know about Saratoga Avenue?
That's right.
Oh, you're in Saratoga Avenue.
Oh my God.
Saratoga Avenue.
I am done with Nayobe, y'all. I am done with her. Oh my goodness.
I had a great time. Yo, thank you so much.
You gotta come back again, please, quickly.
I definitely will.
You have iHeart here, Nexus here, 101.9 here. You have our support 100%.
Thank you so much.
Do whatever you're doing. Come here. The door is open for you.
Thank you.
To do whatever you need to do here.
Thank you so very much.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
I'm going to be looking forward to seeing you perform too.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
And then when I come back, say see you, we're going to start laughing again. We're going to give you some tissue. Give you a paper towel.
Thank you so much, Rick. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. As much, like I said, shout out to my man, Eric. Eric.
There you go.
Say something. Di algo. Tato.
Ay, Dios mío.
Gregory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the legendary freestyle godmother, queen, everything, Nayobe. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much. God bless everybody. God bless. Thank you so much. iHeart Bobby. Yes. Oh, you don't understand. You've just made my night. You really, really have. And I know that something great is going to come out of this tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I know it. I already know
We're going to see to it.
No. I can tell. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back. Don't move. I need tissue now. Check it!
Hi, this is Nayobe, and you are listening to Bobby Simmons on Party1019.com. Hi, this is Nayobe, and you are listening to Bobby Simmons on Party1019.com. Hi, this is Nayobe, and you are checking out Mic Check 1 2 with Bobby Simmons.
Let me tell you something. Brooklyn is in there. I know she's from the club. She's like, yo, let me tell you something.